Are you naughty or are you nice? You might want to hold off answering until the end of this video. We might focus on jolly old Saint Nick during the holiday season, but he isn't the only notable Christmas-time figure. In fact, for centuries, Santa was accompanied by a group of despicable sidekicks. Today, we're talking about the twisted dark side of Christmas. So let's get to it. Number 3, connect Repect. Starting off this list with the most rational character, though that's not saying much considering the evil he stacked up to, Connect Repect dates back to the 17th century Germanic folklore. Once a simple farmhand that suffered from a limp due to a tragic childhood accident, good old Saint Nick swooped in to take him under his wing to deal with the in-betweeners, the kids that Santa didn't know whether they should be on the naughty or the nice list. Dressed in a dark robe with a pointy hood, a tall staff, and a gigantic bag filled with, you guessed it, ashes. Okay, you probably didn't guess that, but as the tales told, Connect Repect traveled around town asking the children he encountered a fairly straightforward question. Can you cite a prayer for me? If they could, he deemed them a good child and as a reward, would be given the wonderful gift of yummy goodies. If they couldn't, but caught him on a good day, they would get a dirty lump of coal. Now before you think, oh, I was expecting much worse, you're right to assume that. The bad kids that weren't so fortunate would be beaten ruthlessly with the giant bag of ashes, left bruised and sore to sulk on Christmas Day while their friends toyed around with their roasted nuts. How festive! Number 2, Hans Trap. Hans Trap is a notch higher on the creepy scale. Dating back somewhere around the 15th century France, his tale starts off something similar to the Scrooge, but takes a much darker turn. Hans Trap was said to have been as cruel as he was immensely wealthy. Not giving a damn about anything else but himself and his checkbook, he rubbed many people the wrong way in his lifetime, including the Catholic Church, not just because he was rude, but because he was said to be a devil worshipper too. Excommunicated and his riches stripped, his hatred for society grew. Hiding in the forest, he transformed into an animalistic beast, hungry for human flesh. The legend says he would sometimes don a scarecrow costume. One day, he stalked and slaughtered a young boy walking through the woods, and as he was just about to taste his flesh, a bolt of lightning came down and struck Trap. Wondering how this is related to Christmas? You're not the only one. Apparently, neither God nor Satan wanted him, so he was left to wander the world. I guess thinking Christmas time was too joyous, he wanted to use his evil ways to balance things out. Similar to Connect Repect, it's his mission to go around asking children a question. Can they recite a poem for him? If they could, they would be free to go on their merry way. But if they couldn't, well, I neglected to mention he totes around a whip that he would then use to give the unentertaining children several lashes. I can only imagine Hollywood trying to make this into a family Christmas movie without traumatizing children. Number 1, Krampus. Topping our list is the poster boy of the anti-Santa group, none other than Krampus. Chances are you've heard of this mythical beast as he's been the focal point of several horror Christmas movies in recent years. If you aren't aware of this creepy beast, its origins can be traced back centuries ago, with his popularity being persistent since the 17th century. His image is definitely the most demonic of this group, as he is depicted as being a goat-demon hybrid with large protruding horns, covered in fur, usually with an exaggerated tongue and a pair of sharp fangs. Sometimes he is seen with shackles dangling from his body and a large sack strapped to his back. What's the sack for, you might be wondering? Well, to stuff snot-nosed children in, of course. Being the anti-Santa, Krampus appears during the holiday season to search for those on the naughty list. He even has his own night dedicated to doing such. On the evening of December 5th, the demon goes door to door delivering coal and punishment. It is a tradition in some European countries to butter up the demon with schnapps, presumably to bribe him to just leave a piece of coal instead of eating little Jimmy. The point of Krampus is to give corporal punishment to misbehaving children, so to scare the living daylights out of the others to inspire them to be good. Nothing like the threat of being stolen from your bed in the middle of the night and eaten alive by a demon to make you want to be polite to your grandparents. The holidays are such a cheerful time meant to be spent with our loved ones. and apparently fearing evil creatures deeming you as a little shit for the year. It really is my favorite time of the year. Isn't it yours? Thanks for watching today's video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and please click that bell to turn on my channel notifications so you know when I post next. I got something super duper special planned for next week, so keep your eye out for it. Until next time, keep up the radness, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!